Hello, and welcome to the June 7th stream of Skin Deep Development. I am Brendan Chung, and today we are gonna continue working on this little sound baffling device that we've been working on. So, let's see what we got so far. So, you can throw it, flies into the world, and it creates this little sound bubble around you, or around the device. I add these particle effects to make it clear that this device is creating this bubble. Something that I wanted to play with was to see if I can, instead of making this bubble a static object, is to instead make it a animated mesh. Because I think it's a little bit weird right now how when you throw it out, it just appears in the world. I would like for the bubble to kind of like start small and get big. I think that'll help it read a lot better. And I also think that when the bubble is just in an idle state, if the bubble border kind of wiggled a little bit, it would be a lot more readable as to where the edge is. So let's try to make an animated mesh for this thing. Schnitz Larry asks, is that the end model for the sound blocking thing? Yeah, so this is pretty much how it's gonna look. It's a big cube, little grill in the front and back, some knobs and dials and buttons on top. Yep, that's how it looks. Alright, let's try to make a bubble, rig this bubble. So in the Doom 3 engine, the bones of a model don't understand, or they don't recognize scale. So you can't just make a leg or an arm just grow really big or grow really small, because the game just doesn't understand that and doesn't recognize it. So to scale this sphere, what we're going to do is we're going to make a bunch of bones on it, and then we're just going to like make all the bones collapse on itself, and we'll see if that works. Let's make sure I have nothing checked in. All right, let's make an armature for this thing. Armature. Oh. Oh, it's so tiny. Okay. Yeah, let's name you. Origin. What's the best way to do this? Guess we'll just manually do it? I don't know. Go up here. Make you bigger just to make this easier for ourselves. Scaling like that. No? Kind of want to keep this bottom point to 0, 0, 0 point. So, oh, there we go. All right, perfect. let's make you nice and jumbo. There we go. All right, that'll make this a little bit easier. Okay, top bone. Let's do a bottom bone. Delete you. Let's do one over here. I'm not being very exact because I don't think it really matters if everything is perfectly lined up. Chicky Berry asks, is it possible to just scale the sphere object in engine? I don't think this game or this engine knows how to scale objects, or if it does, then I don't know how to do that. So I am gonna do it the way that I know how to do it. Enough bones. Do we need more? Maybe that'll be enough. Let's stick with that for now. Okay, so we have an armature. We should name these bones also. You are top. You are bottom. You are... actually, let's do it this way. Front, back, right, and left. That'll make it a little bit easier for us. All right. Now we want to assign this armature to, assign this object to the armature. Done. Put you in pose mode. Okay, and now we want to so what we want to do is just automatically assign the weights so that I don't need to manually do it. Let's see, how do I do that? Mode. There was a way to do it automatically, but I don't quite remember how. Let's look it up. Blender auto weight. Okay. You first select the mesh and then the armature and use Control P form automatic weights. Okay, select the mesh, then the armature. Mesh, armature, Control P. Did that work? So far so good. All right, I guess that worked. Ray. All right, so now we can click on the bones and we'll take a peek. Oh, I'll wiggle this bubble around. Huh. You can do some pretty fun stuff with this. Okay. Good. Yeah, save that. So now we want to export it. 5 mesh. Double MD5 mesh. Sounds good. Let's do an animation. Dope sheet. Editor. New action. Call you default. And we'll roll. It's just gonna hang out there and not move. Okay. Yeah, let's try this out. So we'll need to make a new model definition. World model. We'll call you baffler bubble. Let's see, mesh weapons baffler bubble bubble.md5 mesh. I think that's right. Let's double check. Base models, weapons, baffler, bubble. Yeah, bubble will have an MD5 mesh. Looks good. Animation idle. I'm just not gonna have any animations for now. And now we want to go to the game. Where's our thing? There you are. Close all of you. All right. So right now we are making a bubble static mesh. We are going to change that to a animated mesh. Instead of a static entity, it will be an id animated. All right. Well, let's find out. Greg Wallace says, it's awesome that you use the Doom 3 engine. Do you think you'll ever try a different engine for any future games? Yeah, so or depending on what kind of game I'm making, I will kind of switch up what engine I use. I think for generally stuff that's first person, right now I go to the Doom 3 engine, because I think Doom 3 engine does first person stuff really well. At some point, I would like to do a first person multiplayer game. And the Doom 3 engine doesn't, it has multiplayer, but it's not really, I think there are better engines for it. I would like to play with the Quake 3 engine to make a first person multiplayer game. I think Quake 3 has a lot of good multiplayer stuff built into it that I want to try out. All right, let's see what happens. Throw it out. Hey, the bubble appears. That's great. Very surprising. All right. Good. So let's try to make a simple idle animation where the bubble gently pulsates. Big writhing mass. Animation. Call you idle. Okay, so How is this gonna work? I want the bubble to kind of gently pulsate. I can do a nice slow animation. Left. Alright, so we're gonna make you start and end on the same frame. How many frames should this be? Say 50. I'm gonna go like that. Turn this on. Gonna go like that. Sure. I guess that's fine. How about you? I kind of don't want them. They all move in the same direction at the same time, then it's just gonna be bad. What I want to do is, is offset them. Find a way to offset them. Just timing. How about, what if I did that? Oh no. It's a little bit better. Sure. Anton says there are some exciting spins on classic EdTech like RB Doom 3 or IO Quake 3. I've been meaning to do some experience with those. Yeah. IO Quake 3 is the one I've been looking at. I think RB, if I remember correctly, RB Doom 3 is the one that's built on the BFG version of Doom 3. Looks really cool. So Skin Deep originally started on the BFG version of the Doom 3 BFG version of the Doom 3 engine, and I couldn't. I had some trouble with it because they redid all of their. Make this longer. They redid all of their animations in Flash, and couldn't quite figure out how. Okay, that works. I couldn't quite figure out how to make the Flash stuff work with the UI, and it was just kind of hit a brick wall. How's that? Okay. Yeah, sure, that looks fine. You. and you go like that. And we'll make you kind of wiggle this way. Pretty. Oh. How's that looking? Well, I don't know. I probably shouldn't spend too much time on this because I think it's going to require more work to make it good. I think it's generally not. I think it's generally a good practice to not spend too much time on your very first draft because you're going to put it into the engine and realize you kind of did a lot of it wrong. So get a first draft really quick and dirty there as fast as you can. Yeah, okay, that was fun. All right, save 80 frames, export, idle. Hey. Let's throw you in here and do 5 anim. Then in the engine, we can tell, where is it? Bubble show. And a number, wait, I'm doing this wrong. Let me go back to see how I'm doing this elsewhere. Oh. Okay. What? Oh, I gotta cast it as a different object. All right. Let's see how I'm doing this on in other places of the code. Play anim idle. Blend frames. I don't know. 4. Looping. True. All right. Let's see if it plays an animation. What's happening there? Looks like it's playing the animation very fast, which makes me think the frame rate is too high. Models, weapons, baffler. Where are you? Bubble. Anim. Ha 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 ha. So this is a problem with the exporter. I should probably fix this at some point. It grabs this frame rate over here. Wait, where is frame rate? You're here somewhere. There you are. It grabs this frame rate, 29.97, but the exporter seems to not understand decimals, or I guess it rounds it to an integer, or I don't know, it's doing something. Anyways, it translates 29.97 as 2,997. So it's playing 2,997 frames per second, which is a little bit too fast. I think, let me double check what the default frame rate is. I think it's 24. Yeah. So we can just change this to 24. And change you. So the nice thing about the model format in Doom 3 is that it's all text files. So you just jump inside there and change it to whatever you need. Hey, look at that. Okay. So I tried making these two sides just kind of like wiggle a little bit, but I think I need to make them wiggle more. A little bit too subtle. You go like that. And you go that. All right, let's try it out. How about same thing for the top and bottom? Up, bottom. Kind of works. I guess I should have added more bones. Well, let's just try it over here. There's some weird rendering stuff happening here. Huh. Not great. Kind of weird. Well, I don't like that. Why is that happening? Whoa, now that one's freaking out. Well, maybe this is a no-go. Base models. Wait, where am I going? Yeah, materials. Materials, objects. Okay, so this is the shader that the bubble uses. What if we just took out that thing? All right. Better behaved. Yeah, I don't see any rendering problems. So that vertex shader was giving it grief. How's this wiggle? This wiggle's okay. It's not bad. Just for fun, let's see how it looks if we make the frame rate of that animation faster. Double MD5 anim. Right now it's 24. What if we made it 48? I kind of like that. Little jiggly bubble. Yeah, let's do that. So the way we're going to do that is grabbing these animation frames. Right now it's 80, so we want to make it, let's try to decrease it down to 30 frames. Then we export this animation. Boop, boop, oops. And let's try that out. Anton asked, I always wondered why they switched the UI system. The UI system in Doom 3 is so versatile and slick. Just the first Mars city level has hundreds of animated GUI textures and it works great. Yeah, so I think if I remember correctly, they kept, this might be wrong. I think they kept the GUI system for all the in-game screens, but they changed the main menu and the heads-up display to use Flash. And I think it's, I don't know. I think it was. I like the GUI system, but I understand that they were pretty low res looking, and it's a little bit. I think it's probably a little bit easier to just give an artist Flash and have them use that, as opposed to having them learn this whole proprietary GUI system that I don't know, they could probably iterate faster on it and make it look better. Anton says 2,997 frames per second is absolutely necessary to be a competitive FPS player, I've heard. Well, all right, let's try this out. Close this out. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, I exported too many frames. I only want 30 frames. Let's try that again. Looks pretty good. I think what I really would like is if like every vertice on the bubble had its own bone and they all kind of undulated independently. That'd be cool. I think this works. Okay, looks good. Cool. I like it. Let's check it in. Check in our changes. Whenever anything works, check it in, please. Okay, so now we want to make a new animation. Animation called grow. Whew, this is gonna be a tricky one, I think. Or maybe very easy, I don't know. So we're gonna make a, how much frames? 10 frames? Half a second? Sure. Then, well, let's see if this works. Gonna shrink you in. Is that let's say 230. This is not what I expected, but kind of like it, I think. Oh, this looks a little meat cube, a little grimy square. You are something special. So I guess what's happening is some joints are being assigned to the origin bone. And those origin bones are not moving. All right, let's try something out. Let's try something. We are going to see, grab you and delete origin for text group. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, looks like a sphere. Oh, didn't help though. Well, it looks different. Pastoral Max says, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Origin Bone, member of the Jedi Council." Love it. It's very good. Pastoral Max asks, "Are you able to do vertex position shaders?" Good question. I actually don't know. I don't think I've done that before, and I'm not aware how that would work. Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I've seen that here, but I could be wrong. You know what? I think if I just added more bones, then this would look like an actual sphere. Like if I added a bone on the halfway point between here and here, like right around there. You know, maybe let's just go with this. Maybe it'll look incredible. Who knows? Let's see if it complains when I try to export this thing. Didn't complain. So if a vertex does not have any weight at all, the engine rejects the model. Okay, that's good. So every vertex has a weight. That's great. Time to see what this nightmare looks like. Boom. I wonder if we could. Oops. I was wondering what will happen if you move it beyond the border, but it just kind of pushes it in that direction. Let's make it faster and let's duplicate these frames. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some overshoot and settle where it grows a little bit too big. Oops. And it settles down. And we can make that even more. You know, what if what if we made it also what if we also made it a little bit too small right here? A little bit. Let's check it out. Sure. Save that. You are 12 frames long. Export you as grow. Okay. And we'll call you grow, add you to definition file. Do that. Do that. Okay, let's see what this looks like. I am very curious. Anton says Doom 3 can natively do MD3 models vertex animations. I've seen code for MD3 models in here, but I think they're not. From what I can tell, they don't use MD3 models in Doom 3 at all, which makes me, I don't know, it makes me very leery about using it, because who knows what's going on in that code that's not being used. Chicky Berry says it sort of looks like an airbag deploying. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Let's see. All right, let's throw it out. Hey, looks pretty good. Huh, cool. I'm very shocked whenever anything works at all. Wow. I really like that. Yeah. Yeah, for animation, I'm not an animation. Animation is something I'm still very much learning. But I think overshoot and undershoot gets you pretty far. It's kind of shocking how much juice it gives you for what's a pretty straightforward trick. All right, cool. I'm happy with that. Now we gotta find a way to transition from the grow animation to the idle animation. I guess we could just do a state, add a new state to it. Pastoral Max says, I know they're very different engines, but Unity lets you do vertex displacement shaders, which are really great for the sort of each vertex undulates with its own sine offset thing. Yeah. Yeah, this feels like it's probably a thing that a lot of more modern engines use. Yeah, I think if I really want to do that at some point, I could just modify this model, and it'll be just art change. Oh yeah, I was curious. What does this thing look like in slow motion? Huh. You know, it happens so fast that you can't even tell it's a weird, funky shape. Cool. Okay. I wonder if there's a way to just give this an idle animation. Kind of think. Activate. Giant planet. Maybe there's a way to do this. Number of animations. That makes me think there's a way to stack animations on each other, which will make this code a lot cleaner. But let me investigate what's happening here. Where is your code? You're in miscellaneous. Okay. Sure. All right, let's walk through the animated entity code. Sound bone, combat model, take damage. Okay, number of atoms, 0. 1 frames. Oh. Anim 1. I wonder if you could just name Anim 1, Anim 2, Anim 3. Start Anim. Huh. Well, let's try this out. Added a blur, bubble, row, Anim. Let's take a peek in the Doom 3 default code and see if they use this thing, this Anim 1 stuff. Where are you? There you are. Anim 1. So it looks like they have like a stack of animations. But I have a suspicion that they don't loop them when they play. It's my best guess because that would kind of make the animation, the cinematic system, kind of weird to use. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Animation. Okay, let's try something. Let's try to do... Yeah, let's try to do... Try to give it a default animation and see if that works. Hard set anim idle. Hopefully it'll revert to that animation when it's done. I don't know. Let's see. Nope. No such luck. Okay, how about let's take a peek at what happens when an animation is done. Id animated done. Okay, so when an animation is done, remove it. Else if auto advance, Play next anim. I think we can maybe modify this to play an idle animation. Okay, let me add a bookmark here. And we are gonna go to, where was it? Event play anim. Okay, let's try something. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna add another check, else if we have a spawn arg called let's see. Return. What's a good variable name? Has idle. Then we're gonna go here. Set bool, has idle, true. And what's this code? Go here. Okay, there you are. And okay, all right. I'll throw you in there. Copy a bunch of this code. Wait, maybe we can just use that code all over again. And okay, this is kind of cleaner. Name equals spawn args get string m. Play that. Blend frames. I don't know, 1, sure. Make a loop. Let's make it 4. Yeah. Let's see what that does. Not play. Let's see if it's getting called in the first place. Oh. Okay, so it's not even calling event outnumbered. Well, let's see what we can do about that. T outnumbered time. Animator clears. All right. Yeah, maybe I can't do that. Let's just do it the caveman way then. Let's remove all of that. I feel there's a way to do this, but I don't have it right now. All right, that's fine. We'll do it the long way. Remove some of this. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a state. We're activating. Here. Baffler off. Baffler activating. And we're going to add a activation timer. I'm going to rename this variable. It's just going to be called timer. How fast is this animation? "12 frames long, 24 frames per second." Okay, so half a second. Grow time. And grow. Else if state equals baffler activating. Grow time. This is bigger than grow. Then play the idle animation. Okay. Sure. Let's try it out. Shmoo32 asks, will there be a way to deploy it closer to you? Yeah, we should find out a way how to do that. Yeah, right now you kind of toss it pretty far. Well, it works. Let's try it again. Looks pretty good. Oh, I like it a lot. Cool. Yeah, looks great. Yeah, I wonder how would you place it on the ground? Gently. Like a cloud. Hmm. Getting tormented by this box. Leave the man alone. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, looks good. I like it. I like it. Added hooked up grow anim and idle anim to baffler. Sweet. Cool. All right. Eric's comic suggests, what if it's placeable, like the sonar, but once it's out of placement range, it works like a grenade? Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that might work. Yeah, we'll add that to the to-do. Cool. All right. I think I'm gonna call it a day for now. Thanks for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. I think we did a lot of good stuff. This bubble is looking really good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm thinking it's turning out pretty well. Hopefully, we'll get more gameplay stuff happening with this bubble thing. Cool. I will see you all next time. Have a good weekend. Bye for now.